announcement made by HRD Corp about the micro-credential initiative recently has been a major debate this week. We heard about robbing, corrupt, trick, and many more from disappointed employers. Are you one of them? If yes, stay tuned because we will show you how the trick goes around. Here's the quick math. It normally costs us only 10,000 ringgit for a 2-day in-house course for as many as 35 trainees. If this initiative is implemented, it will cost the company an additional 300 ringgit per trainee. Imagine if it's 35 packs, then it will be 10,500 ringgit. That makes up a total of 20,500 ringgit. This is madness. Think again. What's the additional 10,500 ringgit from the company's fund for when it is not used for training? And where will the fund go to? What if you have more than 100 employees in your company? You will have to pay a total of 30,000 ringgit to the HRDC only for the micro-credential fee. Imagine how many trainings you think you'll be doing in a year. Not 1 or 2. Get your calculator and do the math. You will be shocked. Now that we have shown you how the new system will rob the employers and take advantage of our training fund, let's take a quick look at the scandals of fund misallocation that happened since 2016 that you might want to question after this. Number 1. In 2016, HRDC forced all registered employers to contribute 30% pool fund that is used as a grant to train other companies who cannot afford training. Why are you using our fund for your own charity work? Number 2. In January 2020, HRDC announced an unutilized levy mechanism period shortened from 5 to 2 years. This is a total nightmare for many employers as we were being forfeited tens of thousands of ringgit. How mind-blowing to see that large amount of funds being forfeited just like that in a short of time, don't you think? What's the logic behind HRDC needing to forfeit the fund when this is our own fund and choice to use or not to use? More so, what did HRDC do with the forfeited fund? Furthermore, some of the employers were even forfeited during MCO, RMCO, CMCO, while we were all stuck at home focusing on surviving through the pandemic. HRDC's mission is to promote upscaling and learning values for the Malaysian workforce. In this tough economy situation, this action does not showcase that HRDC is here to help us, but instead, it is taking advantages of us. Number 3. In January 2021, HRDC introduced the so-called APLI insurance as a financial assistance during the pandemic at a cost of 1,500 ringgit. But the trickiest part is, HRDC will deduct this 1,500 ringgit directly from your levy if you do not respond your disinterest. Insurance has nothing to do with learning and development. Why are you doing this? What are you benefiting out of this with the insurer? Number 4. On 1st February 2021, HRDC started to charge a 4% service fee on training providers for trainings. They claim that they will be using this money from this fee to build their own digital platforms and to provide training services through these platforms. Does this mean that HRDC will be commercializing these platforms and start profiting from every training that the employees will be doing? Shouldn't they be getting this budget from the government rather than taking a portion of our levy fund? Even so, they still mention that the current 4% service fee is still insufficient. Now, the juiciest part. There were evidence of misuse of 300 million ringgit HRDC fund, and it has been submitted to MACC for an investigation in 2018. According to the investigation, Bosco and the gang misused the funds to buy real estate, and HRDC top executive issued themselves a fat bonus of as much as 1.25 million ringgit. As usual, there was no action taken even after submitting the evidence. After all the scandals and evidences that we have showed, the only thing that we want to stop is this unreasonable micro-credential initiative implementation by HRDC. While they are getting more in return to build their own digital by misusing the funds, we will all be at loss. But why are they coming up with all sorts of tricks towards our fund? Is it because general election is coming soon? Is it because they are taking advantage of our fund to get a higher payroll? We don't even know. What would you think, my dear employers?